Hey everybody, this is Lord Magicus, and this week our content is coverage of the Penny Dreadful 500 that is happening on Saturday the 30th. So at this point, you will know who won and who made the top 8 and all that, but I am doing the coverage from the event for this week. So I am playing Merfolk, obviously, because Merfolk is definitely one of the best decks in this format right now, and I really believe in it. And I am not going to play Curious Obsession. I have made my stance in this clear. I don't think that card belongs in this deck. So this is what we're rolling with. I had at one point 4 Mistcallers over the Cursecatchers, but an important thing for this event, because Kaldheim just came out this week, every time that Wizards of the Coast updates Magic, they managed to break stuff. And unfortunately, they've broke Animate Dead. Now, why is this relevant? Well, when Animate Dead leaves the battlefield, it causes the same kind of stupid, game-crashing Thanos snap just bug that Tidal Warrior did when we tested it the first couple times. And because of that, Animate Dead is not allowed in this event because it will crash it at any time that it goes away. So World Gouger Reanimator is just not going to be a thing for this event. So I think our reliance on Mistcaller is going to go way down because we don't need it as much now. There's still going to be like some reanimate decks, so this will be relevant to keep. They can still play reanimate on stuff without needing like Animate Dead. There'll probably be less of them though, or they might make last minute substitutions for it, like maybe something like Unburial Rites. Possible. It's not great, but there are other cards that you can play, so we're still going to keep some Mistcallers. They have some value here still, but I have swapped over to the Cursecatcher plan because now I think that means the Storm plan might be a little bit more common, so I want to have some more cards against it. I'm going down to 2 Mishra's Factories because I really, really want to make sure I hit my double and triple blues so that I can have my good turns when I want them. I've had too many times where I've just drawn like 3 Mishra's Factories or like 2 Mishra's Factory and an island and just gotten screwed by it. So we're just going to stick to 2. I'm sticking at 21 lands so I can support my 3 drops properly. And sideboard, I'm going against Turtle here. I think I'm going to play Bubble Snare. Bubble Snare might be a little bit more useful against some of the heroic decks, I'm hoping. What else? Yeah, it should still be fine against the red decks. I mean, they get to attack like once with their creature and then it doesn't attack ever again, so my prayer is that it's going to work. It's the closest thing to removal we have right now. Bind the Monster is not yet legal in Penny Dreadful. It won't be until the kickoff tournament. And this is the direction I'm going. And I also need it to make room because I'm playing 2 Miscast in here, which is a little bit better than Spell Pierce against the Storm decks. Being able to counter something like Treasure Cruise I think is really important, so every mana counts. Emptying their mana is just going to matter a lot, and so I want to have as much strong interaction for that as I can. And Amulet of Safekeeping is another card Storm has to worry about a lot because it's basically Flusterstorm on a stick. They have now every copy of Tendrils they want to resolve, they have to pay an extra mana for, so we can really kind of tax their mana so that Tendrils can't get there. What this effectively does, it says they have to cast Repeal for X equals 2 on this before they can actually win the game. So it's just another hurdle they have to jump over, and the way that you beat like that deck in Legacy is the same as you beat it here. You have to stick like some permanents that they have to worry about, so stuff like Cursecatcher is important, stuff like Amulet's going to be important because it can screw up their Tendrils math. And then you back it up with pressure, and you back it up with counterspell. So we have tons of pressure, and we have Deprive and Miscast. So I'm hoping that's going to be enough to handle that. And we're still going to keep Into the Roil. This is very flexible. I like this card. I think this belongs in the sideboard. There's a couple sort of combo-y decks that we can't really beat without it. There's like that blue... I forget what the hell the name of the card is, but there's like it's like a blue lantern-y kind of deck that we need this for. Also, it's good against like the white enchantment deck if we go up against that. Stuff like Runed Halo could be a problem, so being able to unlock our stuff from these really powerful permanents is going to matter. And it's also another copy of like Vapor Snag if we need it to be. So it's fine. It has upside where if we cast it like late in the game, we get to draw a card. So there's a lot of different versions of this card. I think this is the best one that we can play here. Being instant speed. Void Snare is also possible, but it's sorcery speed for 1 mana, so I like to have instants, especially with Brineborn Cutthroat. It works really well with him, because it's more stuff you can cast in their turn. Brineborn works super, super well with our instant speed interaction. It's one of the reasons I like playing this version of the deck over Curious Obsession. It lets us like play a bunch of like powerful aggro threats, but then this card is really good to hold up because you can hold up like Deprive or Vapor Snag alongside this, and then you can even sideboard in more instant speed interaction if you really want to just get them with this card. So yeah, I think this is actually a lot better than a lot of other people think it is in this sort of list. We don't have Ether Vial, but this is about as we're gonna make up for it with having more instant speed stuff we can do. Putting pressure on the battlefield that they weren't protected for is a good way to win the game. And Annul, we've played with this before. It's really good, against Affinity, for instance. It's also good against a Heroic deck. And Rebuild, because, yeah, Affinity is a villain for us. We have to have Rebuild if we want any hope of beating Affinity. So, alright, the way this tournament is going to work is there are 8 rounds and then a cut to top 8. So, normally I do one video on 5 different days. So what's going to happen is Monday and Tuesday I will have 1 round uploaded. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there will be 2 videos for each of those days. And then if I make the top 8, then all the top 8 stuff I'll put on Saturday. So, yeah, that way you won't know, or you're not, if you're not cheating and watching like the results for this day, if you just want to watch this, and it'll keep the tension up. So if I make the top 8, it's on Saturday, and then you can expect, 2 videos on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's how we're going to cover this. So we're going to jump in here in just a second. The event is about to start, so I will see you in just a second. Okay, Fish Fam, here we go. Ugh, this is not a good hand to start this off. We are up against Carmandor. I believe we've played against him before. Mulligan. This is fine. Keep this. Put 1 Merrow Reejerey in the bottom. Uh-oh. We are getting hemmed. That's probably not a good sign. Alright. Let's get this Silvergill and draw some cards. Preferably not islands. Alright, that's fine. I can live with Brineborn. You're gonna double him me? Ugh. That's actually pretty good. He only has 2 lands, so that's fine. Okay. That's actually like the best thing we could draw here. I have more threats to play in his turn. Lets me hold up my counter spell. Might have more removal though. Yeah. My god, this is brutal. The factory is actually fine here, so it's a way to put creatures in play. I can attack with it at least. And still hold up to the Deprive. Reanimator? No? Okay. That's... Alright, so we're up... Reanimate, okay. We gotta kill him quickly. That's a good sign for us, because that means, like, if we draw, like, a Mistcaller, this is gonna be, like, really good for us. We burned a Reanimate spell already. Okay, that's okay. So we want to draw more fishies now. Oh, that's good. Alright, let's attack first, and we'll play Silvergill. So good at magical cards. Alright, I think we've got game one. It's gonna be close. Alright, that's good, but we still have draws that beat that. Come on. Vapor Snag ends the game. Booyah! Alright, no, that's fine. Animate, attack! Thank you, Shuffler again. Yeah, so it happens sometimes. Okay, so let's see. He's playing Reanimate in the deck, which means probably Miscast is going to be good here. Honestly, the 1-drops are all probably fine. This might be a time where we want to cut, like, Reejereys. Because I don't know if we want to tap out for them very much. Though Sovereign is also, like, kind of, eh. Maybe we can go 1-1. I don't want to play too many 3-mana things. Into the Roil is also fine, but I think with all of the Vapor Snags we're okay. Yeah, you know what? You get stuck on 2 lands sometimes. That's part of Magic, but this hand looks fantastic. I'm absolutely keeping this. I want to play that Mistcaller. Actually, that's a good question. Do I play the Mistcaller or the... I think the Cursecatcher first. That protects us from dying. Well, okay, no, they're on the play. They didn't do anything turn 1, so... Is it possible they could go, like, Ritual and then try to reanimate something? Let's play the Mistcaller first. That'll buy us some time. Okay. It's probably one of these two, I would guess. Depends. I took the Deprive. Alright, that's fair. I expected something of that sort. Hostage Taker. Oh yeah, they milled it off the top. Well, I guess we attack first. That was probably good. We'll see. Yeah, he's stuck on land, so... He doesn't have reanimate, or I actually probably would have did this, and right? Alright, let's attack. I think we're going to play Silvergill plus Cursecatcher. Oops, nope, not that. He's going to kill this thing now. No, he's going to kill the Silvergill. Okay. That's got to be good for us, right? That means there's like probably no chance of this coming back. Yeah, I am totally fine with countering that. Yeah, this looks rougher than being stuck on 2 is not the way that you're going to beat fishies. So here, let's just attack for 3. So we can just go Brineborn into Deprive. Yeah, I think it's too late though, right? That Miscast is probably good. So maybe they're just using Reanimate as a value card instead of like a big combo card here, which I'm okay with. The Miscast is going to protect us from like a board sweeper here. Okay, so that thing will get lifelink. Is that enough? So he blocks 3, goes to 8, and then takes 6. It wouldn't be enough to win. I guess it's reasonable to attack with these two. Trade one of these things with this, and he stays at 5. I can always block with this and sacrifice it, right? I want to get this thing off the board. It does have to block. Okay, we win. Good games, opponent. Yeah, no, this is the kind of deck Merfolk's usually pretty good against. Like the curse, like we have a lot of cheap counter magic, and this is also one of the reasons I really don't like Curious Obsession, because I think in a matchup with a lot of removal like this, it's very vulnerable. Whereas like we get to play Brineborn Cutthroat and counterspells in our deck instead, which I think are way better. Like, Deprive is pretty good here. Alright, yeah, so I could see, like, you know, using Reanimate to get, like, one of these things back and losing, like, 3 or 4 life for, like, a pretty good threat. That's fine. The hymns are obviously good, but we do have ways to, like, beat him, so... Yeah, alright, good games. That's gonna be our video for today. And I will see you again tomorrow. Take it easy, everybody.